The strongest investors don't always have the highest IQ, they don't always have inside information, and they certainly don't predict the market perfectly. Yet somehow they end up wealthy. So why do most investors, people with access to the same information, the same markets, and the same opportunities, never build lasting wealth? The answer has less to do with money and far more to do with psychology. Think about this. Have you ever promised yourself you'd invest consistently, only to hesitate because the market looked too risky? Or maybe you bought into a stock because everyone online was talking about it, only to panic and sell when prices dropped. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The biggest competitor you'll ever face in investing isn't another investor, it's the person staring back at you in the mirror. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The market rewards patience, but our brains are wired for immediate rewards. Every time your portfolio rises, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. Every time it falls, fear takes over. That's why so many people chase yesterday's winners, jump from one investment to another, and mistake activity for progress. They aren't making financial decisions, they're making emotional ones. Imagine two friends. Both start investing with the same amount of money. The first checks the market every hour, follows every headline, and constantly changes strategy. The second invests steadily, ignores the daily noise, and stays focused on the long term. 10 years later, the second investor often ends up far wealthier, not because they found a secret stock, but because they mastered themselves. Real wealth rarely looks exciting. It grows quietly while most people are distracted by the next big thing. Millionaires are often built through boring consistency, not dramatic wins. They understand that missing out on hype is far less costly than abandoning a sound plan. So how do you become the investor most people never become? Build systems instead of relying on motivation. Invest on a schedule, not based on your emotions. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Remember that time in the market almost always beats timing the market. Here's something worth carrying with you. Your portfolio is often a reflection of your habits more than your intelligence. The investors who win aren't the ones who know the most, they're the ones who quit the least. If this changed the way you think about investing, subscribe for more insights into the psychology of money and successful investing. Because building wealth starts long before your money grows. It starts with mastering the mind that manages it.